Hello. Today we're going to talk about rolling. There's a few different exercises in the Pilates repertoire that involve rolling. So kind of like an inversion because the legs go over your head, but we don't really extend the legs. We're just kind of staying curled up in different ways, although open leg rocker does have your legs open. Anyway, there's a few different of these, and these can be a little tricky for some people because they may not feel comfortable rolling onto the back or worry that they're going to roll onto the neck. Now, the idea with the rolling exercises is that you're going into this place that's right here above the upper scapula, right here in between those shoulder blades, or the upper part of the shoulder blades, that where you can almost widen your back if you think about it and kind of make this large flat place that you can kind of balance on if you're rolling back. Now, in the first few exercises in the repertoire, we just roll front and roll back, roll front and roll back. But by the end, we roll back and we try to have a little pause and maybe move our legs. So let's just work our way through a few of those. Now, the biggest thing that helps you with this is just practice. And the other thing is that there's some neck muscles that need to get a little bit stronger, and they're the ones that kind of lift the neck and balance the neck. So it's not all in the shoulders and the back. There's some other things going on. But the more you work on it, the little bit more that you'll get comfortable. I'll show you some tricks. So the first one that we have in the mat repertoire is we have rolling like a ball. So we come to the front edge of our mat because we want a nice padded something behind us if we're going to roll. Our legs will be bent. They can be wider if we need them to be for whatever's out here in front. And we're going to grab somewhere around our shins. Now, if that doesn't work for us, we're going to grab behind the thighs or up under the knees. So wherever we grab, we're going to think that there's this push-pull happening between the legs and the arms. So the legs are pushing out and the arms are pulling in. And I cue my students a lot of times, give me strong elbows, wide elbows, strong arms. So I want those shoulders engaged across the back so that you already have that wide flat place back there, and that you have the elbows really in this strong position. You could almost feel the muscles working just right now without doing anything. So from here, the other key is that you're going to be curling the back. You're going to be curling into yourself to go in and curling to come back up front. And you're going to coordinate that with the breath. And the breath can really make a big difference. I had one client who just told me they couldn't roll. And once we got the breathing into that movement and coordinated properly, they could roll. All right. So first you're just going to work on balancing on your sit bones, coming forward, coming back. Very easy. Keeping the chin low and coming forward, coming back. All right, so now once you've balanced, your feet are pressed together, shins pushing into your hands. You're going to inhale to roll back and then just roll forward. And you're just going to that flat place that you're making right here in your back. It's the upper part of your thoracic, of your spine, and it's below your neck. So inhale to go back, exhale, head down to come forward. One more like that. Inhale to go back, exhale to go forward. Good. And you're going to put your feet down. Now, if you feel like when you're rolling, you go ka-chunk, ka-chunk, that means some part of your back really isn't curving. And so the more you strengthen it and the more you move it, the more you should be able to get some flexibility. Because one of the things that Joe Pilates said is that you're only as young as your spine is flexible. And once our spine starts to get stiff, then we lose a lot of range of movements and we make ourselves prone to injury. But we can get that flexibility back. We have to work on it. All right, so the next rolling exercise that we would see would be our open leg rocker, right? So we're gonna take our legs and we're gonna have them feet together at the end of our mat, and we're going to grab towards our ankles. Now, if this doesn't work for you, again, you can grab behind the knees, up on the thighs. Probably closer to the knees is better because our goal is to extend the legs upward. So here what I do is I tell clients, roll back onto your pelvis, onto your hip bones or sits bones, and come forward. So you've got that curl in here. You want to start to initiate that. And you want to have a little bit of pushing of the legs or the feet in together. And you have and you have the arms up against the legs. Now they're not going to stay here. So our idea is that we're going to roll back a balance and we're going to take one leg out, right? And then take the other leg out. So now our legs are in a V. So our legs are pushing against our arms. We have a little push-pull happening here. Arms are pulling towards us, legs are pulling away. And to practice this balance, you can just do one out, bring it in, feet together, other out, bring it in, and then start to open, close, open, close. And those are all great balancing exercises to prepare you for rolling or open leg rocker. But let's go ahead and roll. So now we're here, we're balanced. We're gonna open our legs up. We're gonna really turn those arms on, little bit of bend in the elbows. Legs are pushing against our hands. We're gonna inhale, tuck our chin. Exhale, come forward. And again, the key is that breathe and that pull into the low abs. Inhale and exhale. Let's do two more. Inhale and exhale, keeping the chin down. Inhale through the spine, just like you're a little wheel, and exhale and balance here. You can bring the legs together and then just bring them down. Good. All right, so those are the two main rolling exercises that usually beginners start to work with. But later on in the mat, we come into something called seal. And seal is usually near the end, and we've done a lot of other things to prepare for it and warm ourselves up. But seal can be a little bit more challenging. Not because the rolling is hard, it's because the pause in the rolling is hard. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna bring ourselves into the position almost like we had with open leg rocker, but now we're gonna dive our hands between our legs to grab the outside of our ankles. Okay, now the key to this, there's a few keys, is that these inner thighs are pushing against my elbows. Can you see them in here? So I'm pushing my legs in, squeezing them in, kind of like a thigh master, and my elbows are pushing out. So I have a little tension here. My hands are just grabbing the outside of my feet. They don't need to grab around, they're just here. And I can put the soles of my feet together or just the inside edges, doesn't matter. Now what I'm going to start with for this roll first is balancing, of course, right? But then I'm going to add a clap. So we go clap, 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 right? Now we're going to roll it back just like we did the other roll. So inhale to go back and then exhale to come forward and balance. And we clap, clap, clap. Inhale to go back to that flat place at the top of your back. And clap, clap, clap. Now what I'm going to do now is add 3 claps at that back. So there's this teeny little pause, maybe not even a half a second, where we go clap, clap, clap. And that's those inner thighs pushing against the hands, because we really want it to be a thigh clap, not a feet clap, not a hand clap, but a thigh clap. And we're going to clap, 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 and then roll backwards. So that's the tricky part for a lot of people. We're looking to open our shoulders, open this back so that we get this nice flat spot right here to balance on. It's going to be right here below the neck. All right. So you're going to inhale, clap, clap, clap. Exhale, go to that flat place, clap, clap, clap. Now come back, clap, clap, clap. Remember, it's an inhale here, clap, clap, clap. Exhale to come forward. I'm going to come back just a little bit so I don't roll off the screen. All right. So we want to find that wide back. So almost think that your shoulders are going to get really wide, right? Even though they're holding your ankles, your shoulders are going to get really wide to give you this little place, a ledge for you to sit for just a second or so, not even a second, to clap. So inhale back, widen that back, inhale, clap, clap, clap. Exhale, chin down, bring it forward. Let's do 2 more. So clap, clap, clap. Back, widen that back. Let those shoulders open. Come forward. One more time. Clap, clap, clap. Widen this back. Clap, clap, clap. Come forward. Now, one of the ways that we can help ourselves get used to this or try to find that pause is to back up or rewind a little bit and try to do a roll that's not really a roll. All right, so what we would do here is we would grab like we would almost for rolling like a ball, and we're going to do something tricky with our arms, but it'll give us a chance to hold in that place on our back. So we're going to go ahead and roll back here, arms go down by the side, we take our legs up. Now we're gonna have to be in that place right at the top of our back where we would balance for seal, bring the legs in, and then roll it forward, okay? So we're just gonna roll it back to that place. Arms are helping to stabilize you. Bring the legs in, roll it forward. Do that 2 more times. So that's just helping you to figure out how to widen that top of that back. Bring your legs in, roll forward. 1 more time. Inhale to roll back, hold it, bring the legs in, wide shoulders, and then roll it forward. Good. Now, just trying those little tricks may be enough to help you. If you need other help, please let me know. But there's a bunch of different things that have to coordinate for these 3 different rolling exercises to work well. And there is one more exercise that's like a rolling inversion called boomerang. And we're not going to get into that today. But just trying to find that pause and trying to open the shoulders while keeping them engaged, right? Finding that big, open, wide spot that you can really balance on by pulling into your tummy. That is a great thing to work up to. So realize that it may take some time for all of those components to come together. Be patient with yourself, but keep working on it because you will get it eventually. You can do it.